Forget everything you thought you knew about ancient baths. Forget simple washing rooms. Imagine a place where millions of gallons of water flowed daily through intricate systems, where floors and walls were heated without a visible flame, and where emperors competed to build the most luxurious public centers in history. This wasn't just about hygiene. This was the pulsating, breathing city within a city, where the life of ancient Rome truly thrived. Have you ever wondered how the Romans engineered these incredible complexes, where everyone could feel like an emperor? How did they manage to heat them on such a massive scale? And why were these places so vital that Rome itself is unimaginable without them? Get ready, because today, we're going to uncover all the secrets of the Roman baths, places that were far grander than you could ever imagine. This is a journey through time, packed with astonishing facts and jaw-dropping discoveries. If you're ready for it, be sure to hit that like button right now. And to make sure you don't miss our next thrilling deep dive into history, subscribe to History POV channel. Together, we'll keep unraveling the greatest mysteries of the past. When you hear the phrase, ancient Roman baths, what springs to mind? For many, the image conjured is a rather simplistic one. Perhaps a murky communal pool, a steamy, dimly lit room, or simply a functional spot for rudimentary hygiene, a quick scrub, a splash, and then off to the serious business of empire building. That common perception, while not entirely inaccurate in its most basic sense, dramatically misses the mark. It fails to grasp the colossal scale, the vibrant, multi-layered social tapestry, and the sheer, breathtaking engineering brilliance that truly defined these incredible Roman institutions. Imagine instead stepping into a sprawling complex so vast it would encompass several modern city blocks. Picture towering, vaulted ceilings, massive marble columns, and intricate mosaics glittering under shafts of light filtering through ingenious skylights. The air within this colossal edifice wouldn't just be damp and steamy. It would hum with the low murmur of lively conversation, punctuated by the rhythmic thud of wrestling, the splash of water, the distant drone of a lecturer, and the cheerful cries of children. The scent of exotic aromatic oils would mingle with the clean, fresh steam, creating an atmosphere of both luxurious indulgence and invigorating communal spirit. These were not mere utilitarian public washrooms. They were nothing less than magnificent civic centers, veritable cities within a city, where Romans of all social strata, from the most powerful senators and eloquent philosophers to the humblest citizens, freedmen, and even slaves, would converge to spend not minutes, but often hours of their day. The Roman baths were, in essence, the vibrant, beating heart of Roman social life. They served as multifaceted hubs that seamlessly integrated the functions of a modern-day community center, a cutting-edge gym, a well-stocked library, a luxurious spa, a bustling marketplace, a political forum, and even a casual dining establishment, all under one awe-inspiring roof. Consider the sheer audacity and ambition embedded in their design. Take, for instance, the legendary baths of Caracalla in Rome. This was no modest municipal facility. It was a colossal structure spanning over 27 acres, adorned with priceless art, intricate statues, and vast open spaces. It wasn't merely built to accommodate a few hundred bathers. It had the capacity to host thousands of people simultaneously, a testament to an unparalleled Roman grandiosity and a sophisticated mastery of engineering that continues to astound us even today, nearly 2 millennia later. For a Roman, a daily visit to the thermae, the grand imperial baths, or the smaller, more local balneae, was far more than just an errand. It was a cherished ritual, a fundamental part of what it meant to be an active participant in this advanced communal society. These complexes were a central stage where the health of the body met the stimulation of the mind, where social hierarchies subtly shifted, and where the very pulse of the empire could truly be felt through its citizens' interactions. They represented a pinnacle of public service, a powerful symbol of Roman innovation and organization, and a core element of communal identity that transcended the simple act of getting clean. They were a place where the rich and poor might rub shoulders, quite literally, where news was exchanged, deals were struck, and friendships were forged. It was a space for relaxation, exercise, intellectual pursuit, and pure, unadulterated pleasure. The Romans understood something profound about the connection between physical well-being, social interaction, and mental stimulation. Their baths weren't just about hygiene. They were about holistic well-being, about community, and about reinforcing the very fabric of Roman civilization itself. This was a concept of public space light years ahead of its time, demonstrating a foresight and an investment in public welfare that few, if any, ancient civilizations could match. They embodied the Roman way of life itself, a daily testament to their engineering prowess, their social structure, and their pursuit of a civilized existence. To understand the true marvel of the Roman baths, one must look beyond the lavish marble and bustling crowds to the unseen genius beneath, the sophisticated engineering that brought such complex systems to life. Public bath on this scale wasn't just about digging a few pools. It required an unprecedented mastery of water management and climate control. First, consider the sheer volume of water required. A massive imperial bath like the baths of Caracalla didn't just need a trickle. It demanded millions of liters of fresh water daily. This colossal demand was met by Rome's iconic aqueducts. These architectural wonders, stretching for miles across the landscape, funneled pristine water from distant springs and rivers directly into the city, often culminating in vast reservoirs or directly feeding the bath complexes. The water would then be distributed throughout the various sections of the baths through an intricate network of lead and terracotta pipes, a testament to Roman hydraulic engineering. But simply supplying water was only half the battle. The true innovation lay in heating it, and even more remarkably, in heating the very air that warmed the rooms. This was achieved through the revolutionary hypocaust system. Imagine a vast, hidden labyrinth beneath the floors and behind the walls of the bath chambers. Here, a large furnace would constantly burn wood, generating immense heat. This hot air and smoke wouldn't simply vent away. Instead, it was cleverly directed into these hollow spaces, which were supported by thousands of short brick pillars, known as pillae. The hot air would circulate, effectively turning the entire floor and walls into massive radiators. This ingenious method created a uniform, radiant heat throughout the rooms, a concept far ahead of its time. The bathing ritual itself was a meticulously designed journey through varying temperatures, optimized for relaxation and cleansing. The apoditerium. Your first stop was the changing room. Here, Romans would shed their street clothes, storing them in cubbies or entrusting them to attendants. It was often a bustling, noisy place, filled with chatter. The tepidarium. From the cool embrace of the apoditerium, bathers would move into the tepidarium, the warm room. This was an intermediate chamber, heated by the hypocaust system. It served as a social lounge where people could relax. The caldarium. Next came the caldarium, the hot room. This was the steamiest, hottest chamber. featuring a large, deep pool of hot water. The intense heat would induce profuse sweating, helping to open pores and deeply cleanse the skin. Often, a labrum, a basin of cool water, would be available for splashing over the body for a brief respite. This room effectively functioned as a Roman sauna or steam room. The frigidarium. After enduring the invigorating heat of the caldarium, bathers would conclude their circuit in the frigidarium, the cold room. This chamber housed a large, unheated plunge pool, providing a bracing shock that would close the pores, invigorate the body, and cool the skin. Finally, just as crucial as bringing water in and heating it, was the efficient removal of used water. A sophisticated system of drains and sewers underneath the complex ensured that all the water, from the pools to the latrines, was effectively carried away, maintaining hygiene and preventing stagnation within the magnificent structures. The precision of these systems allowed the baths to operate continuously, catering to the thousands who frequented them daily. This comprehensive approach to water management, heating, and sanitation solidifies the Roman bath status not just as architectural wonders, but as true masterpieces of ancient engineering. What truly made the Roman baths extraordinary wasn't just their engineering brilliance or their sheer scale. It was their unparalleled accessibility to almost every member of Roman society. Unlike many other public amenities that were reserved for the elite, the baths were, for all intents and purposes, open to everyone. The entrance fee was often so symbolic, sometimes as little as a quadrans, the smallest Roman coin, equivalent to a fraction of a penny, that it was practically free. Wealthy citizens or ambitious emperors might even waive the fee entirely on certain days, eager to curry favor with the populace, making a visit to the baths a truly democratic experience. So, what did a typical Roman's visit to the baths entail? It was far more than a quick dip. The experience was a structured ritual, often lasting several hours, combining physical activity, hygiene, and extensive social interaction. Upon arrival, a Roman would first enter the apoditerium, the bustling changing room. Here, they'd shed their togas and tunics, perhaps entrusting them to a slave or placing them in small niches in the wall. The air would be filled with chatter, the rustle of clothes, and the eager anticipation of the day's leisure. From there, many would head to the palaestra, an open-air exercise yard. This wasn't just for gladiators. Ordinary Romans would engage in wrestling, throwing discuses, playing ball games, or simply light calisthenics, working up a sweat to prepare for the cleansing ritual. Once sufficiently warmed up from exercise, the bather would proceed through the heated rooms. The journey often began in the tepidarium, a moderately warm chamber. This space served as a gentle transition, allowing the body to gradually adjust to the rising temperatures. It was a crucial social hub, a place for leisurely conversation, meeting friends, or simply relaxing on benches while enjoying the pleasant warmth. Next came the intense heat of the caldarium, the hot room. This was the Roman equivalent of a sauna or steam room, often featuring a large, deep hot water pool. Here, bathers would sweat profusely, opening their pores for a deep cleanse. Many would use a strigil, a curved metal scraper, to remove sweat, dirt, and oils from their skin, sometimes with the help of attendants or even friends. Afterwards, a quick dash of cool water from a labrum, a cold basin, might offer a brief, invigorating respite from the heat. Finally, to close the pores and invigorate the body, bathers would move to the frigidarium, the cold room. This chamber housed a large, unheated plunge pool. The bracing shock of the cold water provided a refreshing contrast, leaving the bather feeling revitalized and clean. But the experience didn't end with the final dip. The larger bath complexes were veritable social ecosystems. After their wash, Romans would linger, engaging in a myriad of activities. They might visit the libraries to read scrolls, stroll through tranquil gardens, receive a relaxing massage, enjoy a snack from a vendor, or simply continue their conversations. Business deals were often struck in the amiable atmosphere of the baths, and political rumors circulated freely. For many, especially those without private baths, this daily ritual was their primary opportunity for personal hygiene, social interaction, and leisurely escape from the demands of urban life. The Roman baths truly were the vibrant, beating heart of public life, reflecting the empire's genius not just in architecture and engineering, but in fostering a unique communal culture. The vast, intricate complexes of the Roman baths stood as a profound symbol of imperial power, prosperity, and a uniquely Roman approach to civilization. They were not just public amenities, they were monumental statements of Rome's engineering might, its organizational prowess, and its deep understanding of urban planning and public welfare. Emperors and wealthy citizens commissioned these colossal structures not only for the benefit of the populace, but also to solidify their own legacy and demonstrate their immense wealth and influence. Every arch, every vault, every meticulously laid mosaic in these structures declared the glory of Rome. Indeed, the architectural ambition of the baths had a lasting impact far beyond the Roman era. Their grand, domed halls, their innovative use of concrete, and their sophisticated heating and water systems inspired architects for centuries to come. You can see echoes of Roman bath design in later public buildings, from the majestic train stations of the 19th century to the soaring naves of cathedrals, all borrowing from the principles of grand, inviting public spaces that the Romans perfected. Even modern spa and wellness centers owe a debt to the Roman concept of integrated relaxation and communal well-being. Today, while the bustling crowds and the steaming pools are long gone, the magnificent ruins of Roman baths stand as silent yet powerful testaments to this incredible legacy. Sites like the Baths of Caracalla and the Baths of Diocletian in Rome, though stripped of their marble and adornments, still dominate the landscape with their immense skeletal forms, allowing us to grasp their true scale. The remarkably preserved baths in Pompeii offer an even more intimate glimpse, with some sections still retaining their original tiling and heating channels, providing a chillingly vivid snapshot of daily life frozen in time. These archaeological sites continue to reveal new insights, offering a tangible connection to the ancient Roman world. So what became of these grand institutions? Their decline wasn't sudden, but a gradual process, intertwined with the broader fate of the Western Roman Empire itself. As the empire faced increasing economic hardship, political instability, and external invasions from the 4th and 5th centuries CE onwards, the resources required to maintain these vast complexes became unsustainable. The vital aqueducts, which supplied the immense quantities of water, were often among the first targets during sieges, or simply fell into disrepair due to lack of maintenance and expertise. Without the continuous flow of water and the constant supply of fuel for the hypocaust systems, the very heart of the baths ceased to beat. Furthermore, changing social customs and the rise of Christianity, which often viewed public nudity and mixed bathing with disapproval, also contributed to their eventual abandonment. By the early Middle Ages, most of the grand imperial baths lay in ruins, their materials often scavenged for new constructions. What were once vibrant centers of public life became quarries for future generations, their purpose gradually forgotten, leaving only magnificent, haunting skeletons to remind us of their former glory. Yet, their enduring presence reminds us of an empire that excelled, not just in conquest, but in creating spaces that truly enriched the lives of its citizens. The story of the Roman baths is far more than just a historical footnote about ancient plumbing or hygiene. These magnificent complexes stand as a powerful, enduring testament to the Roman genius for innovation, engineering, and profound urban planning. They weren't merely functional buildings. They were sophisticated social ecosystems designed to enrich the lives of citizens from every walk of life. They underscored a societal value that prioritized communal well-being, leisure, and intellectual exchange, proving that a city's greatness could be measured not just by its conquests, but by the quality of life it offered its people. The sheer ambition and technical prowess required to conceive, build, and maintain these gargantuan structures still inspire awe. Donkeala, from the vast aqueducts channeling pristine water over miles today, to the ingenious hypocaust heating systems warming floors and walls. The baths were masterpieces of hydraulic and architectural engineering. They demonstrate a level of foresight and execution that truly set Rome apart, transforming basic needs into grand public services that reshaped urban living. Ultimately, the Roman baths serve as a fascinating mirror reflecting the society that built them. Their rise marked an era of prosperity, expansion, and sophisticated urbanism, while their gradual decline often coincided with the broader challenges and eventual fragmentation of the Western Roman Empire. They remind us that even the most enduring and seemingly indispensable institutions can fade with changing times, economic pressures, or shifts in cultural values. Yet their legacy is far from forgotten. The very concept of integrated public spaces for health, relaxation, and socialization, the idea of a spa or wellness center, owes an enormous debt to the Romans. Their architectural principles can still be seen echoed in buildings worldwide, influencing everything from grand European railway stations to modern domed stadiums. The ruins themselves remain powerful, tangible links to a bygone era, silent witnesses to a daily life that, despite its distance in time, feels remarkably relatable in its pursuit of comfort, community, and well-being. The Roman baths stand as an eloquent, powerful lesson from the past, that investing in public infrastructure for communal benefit can create not just functional spaces, but vibrant centers that foster social cohesion, technological advancement, and a lasting cultural heritage. They remind us that true civilization is often defined not by monuments of power, but by the thoughtful creation of spaces that elevate the everyday lives of its people.